Yep, we had a great group. Our Wounded Warriors group was out today, and a lot of our former players, which was really neat to have on the field, and was a great day. You know, to be able to be out here and really focus on some other special situations today. You know, we know it's going to be a very physical ball game in Game 1 and Game 3 with some 22 personnel, 2 tights, 2 backs, and really focused on that today in our team run segment of really running power football, not only for ourselves offensively when we have to run the ball when we must, but we know we're going to have to face that defensively. So we really focused on that today, and then basically put the ball down for the last 3 plays of it and told everybody on the field it's going to be power to the right side, and let's see if you can stop it for a first down. So to be able to have that type of physicality, I really enjoyed it today. I thought the kids ate it up from a competitive standpoint. And then at the end of practice, some great learning lessons there with a 2-minute drive, 50 seconds, only 1 timeout. Some great learning lessons for our defense of how important it is to get to the quarterback, get a sack in that situation. And then it's a great learning lesson for our quarterback to get the ball thrown out of bounds. If it's not there, we take a sack and all of a sudden it's a drive ender. So we're learning as a young team how to win situational football, especially at the end of the game. Like I told the kids, those special plays can win or lose championships. I use the example, I don't know if y'all saw the basketball game the other night, Villanova, North Carolina. That play that was practiced every day, you know, you never know when that's going to come out, and you have to be a situational master. Villanova was in that instance. So all these special situations that we're doing, I'm hoping will transgress to the fall as we repeat these and really carry over when they're needed the most in the games. With that, I'll answer any questions that you have.
So was Reese scouting for Alabama?
I hope not. Reese has always been a good friend, always been a good friend to the Trojans, and it's great having him out here to see that personality, kind of the face of college football, is the face of college football right now. To have him out here and to be around us is absolutely awesome. You know, we're an open forum to the media. As you know, the media is our friend, so we welcome any and all. We're getting some people healthy and back. You know, I see Osa out here coming in and running around making plays. John Houston, actually to get Noah back and to get, you know, some individual, and then got part of the team run segment. He's really getting healthy. Still, Lockett was coming off concussion protocol, no contact right now, but can move around. And then Clayton Johnson is still under concussion protocol and with no contact, no practice. So we're getting a little bit healthier, and it's good to get the live reps for some guys.
I know it's against your own offensive line, but how do you feel about the pass rush? I mean, you lose 5 seniors, so you got a bunch of new guys, but it seems like they've been getting a lot of pressure the last couple of months.
Yeah, it reminds me so much of, I've said this before, of when Vianney and Toa and Damian were on the offensive line as young guys. You knew how talented they were. They were just young, you know, and learning, and you knew you were going to have to go through a learning curve. You knew there was going to be some, you know, some growth that had to happen, and some growing pains. I think it'll be the same, just to be honest. I think this group is young, they're talented, but they'll go through some growing pains. I think that's any time when you have a young group. But they do have the want to. I think they're getting better every day. Thank goodness we got 4 practices left, and we've got 29, you know, to go in fall. We need every one of them. But I think the group is getting better. I really do, and they're getting to the passer. That's what they were brought here for. They were all really good pass rushers coming out of high school. Now they're out on the put on edges, and they're really doing a nice job of getting the quarterback off their spot. That's a great question.
Malik Dorton hadn't played a lot before this time. What did you tell him in the offseason?
Well, I think I think, you know, each player performs when a system fits them. You know, Malik is not an incredibly big guy. We know that. But, you know, in a 2-gap system, pretty hard for him, right? But when he's put on an edge, what is his strength? His strength is really his quick twitch ability and his ability to get up the field and penetrate right now. And I think you're seeing that. We're playing to some of our kids' strengths. I think of a Rasheem Green. I think of a Porter Gustin, a Jabari. You look at those guys, they're so quick off the ball. And I think by Clancy putting them on some edges with what he's doing, those guys get upfield pretty fast, and you know that quarterback feels that, and he's having to step up in the pocket, he's having to move over, find throwing lanes. They're doing a nice job with the pass rush, and I'll be honest with you, the blitz package that Clancy has put together in this camp has been phenomenal. It really is. I think it's going to cause some havoc.
Playing off that question somebody just asked me. How are they going to stop the run? How do you stop the run with this
Well,
team?
I think what Clancy does, it's going to have to be a full team effort. I think our linebackers are going to have to play extremely well at the second level. And Clancy loves to he's always been a guy that loves to get that safety down in there to be that extra body. And then we're going to have to win, by playing in the other offense's backfield, with penetration, not to play on our side of the line of scrimmage, but theirs. And I see KU preaching that every day. You see him working those individual drills. I keep hearing him say, get on their side of the ball, get on their side of the ball. It's very, very important that we penetrate and play on their side of the ball, and then have our linebacker level and our safeties play extremely physical football.
Coach, a few of the guys have said that this new staff is really focused on the little things. Yes. What are some of the ways you guys have gone about doing that?
We really, even you can see with special teams, you can see with the amount of individual that we're doing. That's what spring is, fundamental techniques. You don't hear the music out here to be able to listen to your coach. It's about assignments, about fundamentals, it's about techniques. That's what wins ball games. It's not, my least favorite word in life is talent. All right, I'm sick of the word, we're a talented team. I want to be known as a tough, technique, fundamental football team. And when you put talent with those three aspects, then you're going to win championships. And that's what this spring is all about, is becoming more fundamental technicians, master of our crafts. It's a good question.
Anything else?
All right, guys, get out of the way.
One last question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Quarterback, big surprise. Where do things stand right now?
Yeah, I think right now, Max is doing a nice job with the experience factor of managing the game. You're not having to tell him a lot of things. He's getting people lined up. He knows the assignments, and he's doing a nice job. And Sam right now, I think, is really doing a really nice job of creating. I think there's been a lot of pressure on him, and you even saw the other day him stepping up the pocket, finding things down the field and making plays. Both these kids are competing at a very high level. Sam Darnold the other day was 94% on the day. I mean, that's an incredible number, and so these kids are playing at a really, really high level. They're competing just like every other position. I would still say that Max is in the lead, but there's not a huge gap. I mean, Sam's playing good ball, and we'll continue. Thank goodness we got 4 more practices and another training camp to continue to improve both guys.
So if Sam's completing 94%, what does he need to do to kind of get up to that level?
I think one of the things is just not having the quarterback coach in his ear all the time, tell him, hey, watch this, do that. At some point in time, we got to play live ball, and you can see that in those areas where I say, all right, everybody off. Let me see what happens when real live bullets fly. This is still Sam's first camp, first training camp. He's still learning, but it's really, what's really neat to see as a coach, how extreme, and there's this word again, talented both guys are. Who wouldn't want to be in this position to have an experienced quarterback that's been here a while, have another young talented quarterback that's here. I think his growth of being able to know the plays inside and out on a day-to-day basis, I think is important for him. It's a good question. All right, guys, thank y'all so much. Appreciate it.